I can reach the stars, pull one down for you, shining on my heart, so you could see the truth. And this love I have inside is everything it seems, but for now I find it's only in my dreams that I can change the world. I will be the sunlight in your universe. You would think my love was really something good, baby, if I could change the world. If I could be king, even for a day, I'd take you as my queen. I'd have no other way, and our love would rule this kingdom we have made. Till then I'd be a fool, wishing for the day that I can change the world. I would be the sunlight in your universe. You would think my love was really something good, baby, if I could change the world. Baby, if I could change the world. I could change the world. I would be the sunlight in your universe. You would think my love was really something good, baby, if I could change the world. Baby, if I could change the world. Baby, if I could change the world.
Hello. Oh my gosh. See, this is not what I like. Hello, this is Maureen, but my head is cut off. Wait a second. Let me do. I like that. Wait a minute. Okay. This is Maureen, TarotVisions Live Web Internet TV. And I'm Maureen, and this is TarotVisions. And I was checking into getting what's it called? A lifestyle lift. But I didn't make it fast enough. Sorry, you guys. Anyway, I am doing my chat rooms, and it's really, really happy to be here because I've been feeling a little bit down, but every time I do this show, I feel much more up. Not that it even matters, but it is always about me, isn't it? So I hope the audio's okay. Audio's okay, and I look okay. And let me say hello to the chat room. For those of you who are not over at the chat room, at my chat room at tarotvisions.us, come on over if you're over at live stream and just click on live show. And it's very easy to get in, and I can interact with you and torment you and have fun because I like doing that. I like interaction between us all. I think it's a nice thing to do for us all, as well as me. And I wrote Hi, Rose. Oh, Rose is here. Hello. Anyway, I'm going to, and I have 2 chat rooms going on. I have my chat room, and I will say hello, guest 1212, and Julie. Hi, Julie. It's so nice to have you back, and it was so nice that you went on a really great holiday for yourself too. And Lotus. Hi, Lotus. And hi, Melissa. How are you? And happy every day of the year of your life, even New Year. And hi, Reggie. Quiet Reggie. And Rose, it's so nice that you joined in. And let me see, am I missing anybody at all? If I did, I'm sorry, because I am, like I said, I'm, like I'm looking over here because I have people going over here. Nice to see you, Melissa. Let me say hello to Penn. Well, hello, Kim and Eric and horses and gophers. They know what I'm talking about. I'll tell you sometime. It was just a trip I made with them, paranormal investigation, and they were so lovely because they saw me in such a high regard. They allowed me to go with them. Sounds good. Looks awesome. How about this, Eric? Wait, I didn't do the sage. Thanks, Eric. And Kimmy and I and Eric drove quite a bit of ways, and there's still yet a book to come, or maybe even a pilot for what Kim's story was about. It's quite profound, and maybe one day I will tell you all about it, but it's out there, but I think in a real crazy good way. Kim needs to put into it. And so hi, Mary G, and congratulations. I've been looking over at your site. Mary G is, Mary G, you can always call in and tell us, but I noted, I went over to and checked out the site for your book. I think your book is now available. I know it was pre-ordered, and it's about, gosh, I had it last night because I was over there looking it over on the site that you two put together. And anyway, it looks fantastic, and it's about, gosh, I'm sorry, Mary, what's the name of the book? Yeah, call in, Mary, and plug in. It's my show. I have no problems with people plugging in because it all comes back around and around and around we go. And I'm kind of discombobulated. What's that word? I'm from Atlantis, right? I'm discombobulated. Whatever. I'm meandering for something. Someone help me with the word. And I have like sage here. I've got this. I got this, and I didn't do that. But you remember this last time I showed you guys? This is so cool, and I was trying to implement it into my little decor this evening that my daughter gave me. This cool thing, but it also, this is so neat. Like I said, it also plugs into a USB port. And I just find that so cool. It's a snowman, but and the colors, how I like little things going on here and there. So I'm going to see if I can plug it into my Mac Pro over here. Like, woohoo. And then I can have it in front of me while I read. Or I can put it in my head while I read. Anyway, this is a live call-in show. And I am for those of you who don't know me, well, I don't know. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Maureen. I've been a professional for almost 25 years, professionally doing this kind of my work that I was supposed to do, not what I had planned. And I'm an intuitive consultant, advisor, psychic. That word gets over you. Well, we're all psychic. And an empath, which can come in that can be kind of a tormented thing, as Mary G and Kim will confess to that. And I really, with a caring heart, give my all to readings. But I have a great sense of humor. But don't let that fool you, because I do feel very strongly about my work. But I also feel like, oh my God, look at this work I'm doing. Like I said, it cracks me up. But I do take it seriously. But I also know that sense of humor has gotten me through life, and that's why I'm still alive. Take a note, everybody. Even when things are hard, if you can laugh, you'll be okay. So I help people also. Every reading I do, my timelines may not be perfect, and if you're looking for that, well, perhaps you maybe think twice about coming at my face later when you said I didn't have my time frame straight. Because I'll deny it. I even said it, but no, I won't. I'm just saying sometimes they're off. I utilize the tarot cards. Where are they? I cleansed my crystals in water today. I quickly took a little bath, but I do utilize tarot cards. And what I'd like to tell you guys about this, because something came up I saw, it's not a bad thing, but I saw there's a great new reader on our Psychic Access Talk psychicaccess.com, where I work on that site. And as well, I do my own private readings. Clients, I just lost a card. I wonder, oh, I want to see who's this card's for. Hold on, just a second. I don't want to be shown any breastises tonight. Okay. Oh, that's a good card. Whoever gets this. Anyway, I noticed there's a great new guy on, and I listened to his video because we all have videos, which I think is great. That site, a lot of sites don't. Well, now maybe a days do, but you can listen to the psychic before you decide who you want to listen to. Their psychic babble. But how you should pick them, and they're so good. Which is, I'm not making fun of these people. They're fantastic, very high caliber people, and I really do have a lot of regard for them, more so than most others I've met. But there's this one new guy, and he talks about the tarot, and I was listening to him, and it was fascinating because we're all different, but because I was self-taught, and because I didn't start it for reading or making money or helping people. I didn't know that at the time it was supposed to be, but I was doing it for my own personal emotional distraught torment. 12-step, 78-step, I guess, in the tarot program, to come to grips with myself and look at myself really good and get over it and get on with it and get myself in gear and step it up and be a better person. So I listened to him. It was fascinating because, like I said, some people think I ramble, babble. I go all over the place. And what I do with the tarot, I want you to know, first of all, I utilize the tarot as a tool. I don't need them, but I feel very awkward not having anything in front of me because I don't trust, because I'm skeptical. I'm skeptical. There's a lot of people that do my work that are skeptical, and it's not because they're bad readers or because there's a difference about them, but I do find that there's a little bit more difference between some readers that can learn on their own. Anybody can learn this, and I'll be happy to teach you. But I learned in my own way, and also combined the other ways of other teachings of people, which there's some fantastic people, but I didn't have a mentor. So I also looked at things as being every negative I might see can be a positive. It's about, which I'm going to be having a show in a couple of weeks about destiny versus choice, which is about free will. I have a great guest. As a matter of fact, I just booked her yesterday for the 24th of January at psychicaccesstalkradio.com. And that's what this is kind of about, because no matter what I say or any other psychic says, it's really up to you. Again, I've given that story. If someone says, you're going to meet a man, but you sit around till August waiting for the door to open, and some guy comes wandering in a white donkey. I don't know. The bottom line is you didn't do it, it's not him. Well, you didn't go out to the, you need to do what you need to do. You need to make things happen. But I also read off the cards, and people have gotten to know me and have received readings from me, get this. Or they'll call me, or they'll say I'm babbling or rambling, which, again, if they say that, I have to sit back, close my eyes with all my might, with all the good thoughts, and bless their hearts. Okay. So that's what I do. So, yes. Oh, Mary, just a second. I'm going to put it on green, so it is. Thank you. I was getting ready to do that. I'm trying to finish my sentences, or my psychiatrist is going to put me in a rubber room. If I don't finish one story and go to the next, like I could bebop around. Yes, Mary, the phone is on now, and I'd love for you to call in and tell people about this great book that you have just had published. Well, it's out now. I think it's out to buy. It's not just pre-order. Mary, please call in and let people know, because I think they'd be very interested before I start readings. And let me go back to over my site. Oh, my people. Hey, Becca. Hi, Doug. There you are. And hi, Gold Toy BC. I am looking at another screen over at the. I'm using for the chat. Anybody over at live stream that doesn't know that I'm not interacting with them, it's not that I'm rude. Well, maybe I'm a bitch, but no, I'm not rude. But come over to TarotVisions.us, and there we have a caller. I wonder who this could be. I'm going to psychically tune in. Oh my gosh, is this Mary?
This is Mary. Hello.
I can't believe my psychic intuition is just high-tuned tonight. Mary, thank you for calling. I'm messing. I'm
no
joking.
problem.
I'm yanking my chain. Mary, I would like you, because I'm real excited, because I went and saw, it was last night or this morning, I don't know, because I don't sleep much. But I didn't know you had a site already put together for the book, but I went over and saw, anyway, I went and checked out some new stuff I hadn't seen before that you, is that correct? Is this new? the site that you put together for the...
Well, I do know that I have a site with Dinah Roseberry. We have a website.
That's it.
Part of it's hers and part of it's mine. She kind of takes care of that because I'm a little tech tardy when it comes to putting together websites.
Yeah, but is that a new site? Because I hadn't seen it.
No, actually, it's a little bit newer than normal. We changed it around a little bit. We have a new domain. It's now www.dinahroseberry.com rather than Roseberry Books. We kind of upgraded it.
It's very nice because, like I said, I went over there and there it is, and I was just so. Mary, tell us about your book that I'm excited about.
Oh, I'm so excited that it's out there. That was 2 years in the making, and as you know, animals have always been a passion for me, and I kind of was lucky enough to hook up with Dinah, where she feels the same way. Yes. And actually, Dinah is pretty much my mentor when it comes to animal communications because she kind of helped me hone that skill, well, I'll say ability. The book, although it took 2 years to put together, it was such an amazing journey. We came across so many wonderful people, got so many wonderful stories. We were able to teach people how to become an animal communicator. And Dinah's really does well on her end with the pendulum, with communicating. But we kind of work two different ways. She does a lot with the pendulum. She does a lot with talking to the light beings. I depend on my empathic skills to work with the animals. Exactly. We get a lot of people that will contact us on animals that are missing. And she gets more visual where I get more feeling. And so we have a pretty good success rate when it comes to finding lost animals.
So you blend,
but we also have...
You blend your two... Yes. You're blending very fine ingredients. Yes. Okay, got it.
We also have the sad ones, too, where people have to make a decision putting their animal down. We work with the Mesothelioma Foundation for people who have to make that agonizing decision or people that have already made the decision. And, we kind of have to coax them to let them know that they did the right thing. It's all kinds of things. Yeah.
That's like a little bit of counseling for even for the humans that have to get ready to go through. If anyone's trying to call me right now, you wouldn't be able to get through because hold on, Mary. I'm not set up to put you in a green, beautiful room like Oprah, but maybe someday I will. So you'd have to wait till if you're not, whatever, if you can't hear me, I can get to you after I'm done here. Thank you very much. Mary, continue. I wanted to say, I think that's really, I never had, unless you had brought that up to my attention, what you just said is so nice because a lot of people, I think more and more things are changing I'm looking at Mary at the Skype, I'm looking at her picture, but Mary, I think that it's really nice. It's almost like, because animals are, they've got it going on sometimes a little bit better than us, but also animals are very clearly, family.
Oh, absolutely.
And also, of course, if there's something going on, if there's an illness, like in any family, or if there's a terminal something, they're like within a human being, someone will step in and help them along. So I've never heard anything about this, and I find it lovely to hear that you're saying is you'll help them through a time.
Yes. It's most people that I deal with, their animals are not animals. They're members of the family.
They're family, yes.
And, nowadays it's not unusual to have a dog 18, 19 years old, exactly the same with cats too. I mean, they go through the growth of your children. And, when you lose a pet, or in my case, family members, it's a major loss. And one of the things I write about in the book is what people don't understand is if you have like what I call a community of animals in your family, right. Like I have 5 cats. And, if you lose one, it affects them too. I mean, it annoys me to no end when people say dumb animals, they have no feeling. They are so wrong. I mean, I talk about the loss of 2 of my cats and how, a few of my cats here, how they reacted with losing a member of their community. And to the point where I almost lost one of my cats because she stopped eating. So, there's stories in there about that. There's stories about how animals help people.
Yeah.
I got hit with a last minute decision right before we had to turn in our final edit. Dinah wrote the conclusion to the book. And the day before we were due to hand everything in for the final, she calls me up and she says, I'm pulling out the conclusion and I want you to write it. Well, I'm not the best writer out there. I have the ideas, I can put them down in format, but she does it more eloquently. So she gave me 24 hours to come up with a new conclusion to the book. And it's probably one of the best pieces that I've ever written. And I don't even really want to talk about it because just talking about it overwhelms me and it makes me cry. But I had to bring together the concept of animals impacting the world into so many paragraphs to end the book. And the only thing I will tell you about it is we have a lot to learn from animals. They've been here a lot longer than we have, and they've survived through more things. And I think if anything happens to this planet, we need to look at the animals to help us survive. And for all the stoop nods out there that think what I'm saying is wrong, you're going to be totally lost because they get it. We don't.
Yeah. Mary, it's fascinating. Well, it's not fascinating. I just recalled something. I don't know. It was during a Facebook thing I saw, and it was about 6 months ago. And everybody's talking about the 2013 and blah blah blah. We're all gonna go. It was about 8 months ago. And I don't know if you noticed this, but suddenly I was seeing a lot of posts, and it was showing animals helping other animals in dangerous situations. Like a dog would go out and grab a kitten that was drowned. I'm giving you an example. Do you remember that, by the way?
Oh, I remember seeing the ones where there are house fires.
It was showing a lot.
All kinds of weird things.
Suddenly, it just came out, and everybody's posting this, and now it's not. But it's interesting because I go, you know what? I thought this is what I got from. I noticed. I go, it's like. Suddenly, there's a meaning to something here. And it was like showing even animals that would not normally get along. They were showing these acts that were so much what we need to get together because they were simple, but maybe, a cat that needed to be rescued off I think one was on the freeway or something. It was unbelievable. This dog put himself and grabbed hold of, and there was another animal that wasn't like a domesticated one that helped. I don't know. And then suddenly everything stopped. I didn't see any more, but I thought, aha. I said, this is probably, like I said, 6 months, 8 months ago. We're heading towards 2013, the doom end. And I thought, these animals are getting it up. Not getting it up. They're stepping, they're stepping it up like that. Maybe they're trying to give us some type, by their own action, show us what we are in need of doing for this change.
Absolutely. And I have gotten more, well, I won't say calls, emails, and Facebook messages, private messages from people asking me what is going on, that their animals are starting to act a little strange. Now, this was like probably going from August into September, and even as recently as 2 weeks ago. And Kim will vouch for me on this one because I would say, I got another call from this person today. Just different behavior, not aggressive, but more, how should I put it, I'll use a cat for an example that might have been kind of aloof and not a real cuddly one.
Right.
All of a sudden wants to sit on your lap, sleep with you. You're moving, you're stepping on it. I've gotten things about dogs, that they've all seemed to kind of become more aware of their owner. I shouldn't say owner. I hate that word.
I know.
But
master. The master's even worse.
yeah. But their demeanor has changed and they've become more lovable for some reason. And so, maybe it's just, so many particular animals, they get older. It's just like people. They say, every 7 years your body changes. Maybe your personality changes too. But it just seems like there was a lot across the board of people telling me like, boy, it's so unusual. This cat sits across the room once in a while, rubs up against your leg. Now it's become a scarf. I can't get rid of it. It's like hanging with me all the time. We'll take advantage of it, because maybe 3 months from now, it's not going to want any part of you. But I did get a lot of that. It's starting to slow up. I'm not getting those calls anymore, but that's probably one of the ones,
So Mary, I'm so sorry. I know the name of your book, but I have some timers or whatever I have going on right now. Tell us what the name of the book is, because
it is called Animals Impacting the World.
I love that title.
Yeah.
I think you picked a fantastic title. It's an animal communicator, none of that. It's like they are. They
Well, no, I mean,
Yeah.
that's one thing, and you'll never hear me go around boasting, I'm an animal communicator.
Yeah.
It's all to the animals, because if they don't want to talk to you, you're not going to hear a thing. And
Right.
I'm a firm believer everybody has a little bit of animal communicating,
Yes.
the ability in them. It's just they have to be able to open up and pay attention.
Exactly.
And that's part of the issue there. But
Yes.
I consider myself very, very lucky that I was able to, be given this gift, and I call it a gift. But I think a lot of people out there have the same gift. They just haven't, picked up on it.
Well, okay. So now the book is, from what I recall, the last time I spoke to you, it was January. It was going to be. Well, I know there was a pre-order thing.
Yes, and I still think it's listed as pre-order, although I just got word from Dinah on Friday that Schiffer did get the shipment of books.
Oh.
So I'm happy about that. I did get the advance. I got an advance copy a few days before Christmas. How great of a Christmas gift!
So I bet you it was just that was,
Oh,
I remember
I was in heaven, because you see this stuff on PDF files. It goes back and forth. I hand in the manual. We get it back, we correct it, we change stories. They give you so much time to do it. And then I guess it was early fall, they sent us the PDF file of the entire book. And although it's really cool to see it on the computer, and you're going through it with it's the now or never if you're going to make any changes. But then when the book comes, I came home from work the one day, and there was this box. I opened up, it was one book with a letter from Pete Schiffer congratulating me on a job well done. And it's not just me. Donna Roseberry and I worked hand in hand on this.
Yes, I know. That is true.
And also, I got a bottle of wine from him, and it was congratulations, job well done. We look forward to working more, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, it's really real now.
This is your publisher? That you
Yeah.
That you're getting up. That's when you get into the big time. The publisher is breaking out the good. I know what? I'm so happy for you, Mary. I really am, because I know that you had been speaking of, maybe not. Maybe at the time didn't know, but a couple of years ago, you were always talking about the animals and what you would like. I don't know if it ever. We talked about.
Right.
Well, you would remember more, maybe, because I, released from.
Are you kidding? My mind's starting to go. But I've always had a passion for animals.
You were heading this direction to this book, the impact.
Yeah, I got involved with rescues. Actually, I started out as a breeder of Persians and Himalayans. And I was going to be this big time breeder, right? Now I'm going to bop out all these litters, because I really had it well. The local vets that I go to, if somebody wanted a Persian or Himalayan, they would refer them to me. And I used to have a waiting list of people waiting for my kittens.
Yeah.
But then something happened. One of my cats, when I had her at the breeders, got out of her cage and got lost and was missing for a week. I was hysterical. And I remember one night I said my prayers. I said, God, if I ever find her, I said, I will stop this and I will turn to rescue. And the very next morning, I got my daughter up. We got up about 5:30, 6 o'clock, and I'm banging on this lady's door. She had all the male cats. And I said, I'm coming. I'm not leaving your house until I come home with my Daisy. I'm either going to carry her out in a plastic bag or carry her out in my arms. I said, but I'm not leaving here without her. And it was the strangest thing that happened. I had searched that basement a zillion times. I spent hours down there every day looking for her. I don't know that she could have left the house or got out, but she had grandchildren. You never know. My cats are indoor cats, and being scared at another location. Anyway, out of the corner of my eye, I see this. She had like an old pillowcase on the floor. I saw it move, and I go running down, and I thought, okay, Daisy was running, and she moved that pillowcase. But there were no signs of her. And she had a big chest freezer. And I went and looked behind that chest freezer like I did 40 million other times. I saw the tip of her tail sticking out behind that chest freezer. I realized, oh my God, she's inside this chest freezer where all the components are. You know how they say people, when they're under duress, they can pick up a car if they had to?
Oh, yeah. Yes. I've heard about
my
it.
Adrenaline kicked in so much. I picked up an entire chest freezer and moved it out 3-4 foot from the wall, and don't remember doing it. My daughter unplugged the wire, okay, and when I got in, I mean, there was like a side panel where you unscrew it. I didn't even wait for a screwdriver. I ripped it off, sliced my hands. Here she was, Maureen, wrapped around the coil. She was about a quarter of an inch from the fan. Had she gone in any further, it would have chopped her up, and that would have been it.
Oh, that would have been
The
awful.
point to be made is something alerted me. Something made that pillowcase, the corner of it, move to get my attention to go and find her. I got her out of there, took her right over the vets. She was severely dehydrated, but obviously she's still around because she's my sweetheart. She'll be 9 years old this year. And I had to keep my promise. So the following week, I took all 5 of my girls over to the vets, had them all spaded, and went into rescue.
That's what led. That was your journey that led you. Yes, Mary. Yeah. I don't know if this has anything to do with the subject. You brought up something that really devastated me a couple of years ago. I know, someone could call up and ask this silly question. It's not silly, but it really impacted me because I'd never had hit an animal ever. Thank goodness I'd never been in a position, like Kim and Eric when we're driving, they're hitting the gophers, we're driving, but you know what I mean. I've never had, thank God, to this day, and I've been driving for many years, never had, people it's an accident. Well, anyway, this one night I came home and I came home for like, I don't know, 8 minutes. I had a Range Rover. I drove underneath my parking slot downstairs. I run upstairs. It was only 10 minutes, like I said. I run back outside. I start the car up, and there was something wrong. I heard some weird noise. What had happened, and I'm not going to go into the gruesomeness of it all, but the bottom line is, like I said, there were several cars there. Okay, I don't live out in the boonies. I live, in the city, the beach. It's not like there's land. I don't know. This cat I didn't know at the time. It crawled inside. I guess they wanted to get warm. Could that be that they do this to cars?
They do.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, like in California, like I said, unless I was in North, it's not something that I knew about. Some people were talking about, well, they live in the deep, dark farm area, whatever, that happens. But like I said, I only came in for 10 minutes. I came out, and I didn't know, and I'm trying to start, and I lifted it, and I was devastated. I was shaking. I was just so depressed. I was depressed for I should have gotten counseling from you for help. And it wasn't my cat, but I went and guys helped me out. I couldn't, I was really, now I'm not saying I'm all great now, but that impacted me, oh boy, because I felt terrible. What have I done? But it wasn't my fault. And I'm wondering, like I said, and animals, it's like it didn't deserve it, but it's like, why me? Why my car? When I pulled in, things happen like that, I guess, just to me, but not. So anyway, it turns out it happened to be I found out it was a neighbor's over here. And I found out, and I went over there. I was crying my eyes out. And I said I had thought it was someone's across the street, and the boys had helped me carry it across the street. I was doing anything I possibly could to find a way to get it to the rightful owner so they could do a proper and whatever. And I was so scared to say what I'd done that I felt I should be punished. And I know, but
things happen.
But that impacted me. It impacted me a lot.
Those kind of things will. I had posted, I guess it was probably November or so, when you get in your car, especially, I live outside of Philadelphia, and we get the cool weather. It's not, up in Antarctica or anything like that, but, we get the cooler weather, and my car sits out in a parking lot all day when I'm at work. So what I do is I actually tap on the hood, because cats, and certainly they love to get, when you pull up your car and the engine is still warm, and if they're outside, they love to sit up inside there to stay warm.
I had no clue about that, like I said, because I did not understand that, because I'm in California. It's always, you know what I mean? It's not like, it was odd that, no one else had ever had that experience around here. I'm not, I think it's because of where I live. That just is something
Well, here's another thing too. Cats are attracted to antifreeze. They love it. They'll lick it up like they lick a bowl of water.
Yeah, but
unfortunately, it kills them. It shuts their kidneys down. So, they smell that antifreeze, and of course, out in California, you probably have your air conditioner on a lot.
No, I don't. In fact, that is a good point. No, I do. I do not try. I can't stand air conditioner It bothers me. In fact, that's why I drive convertibles. I have windows open. I mean, I'm not kidding you. I'm one of those people that don't put the air conditioner on. It makes me sick, even if it's 90 degrees. I do not air conditioners. I do not. I can't. Inside it's not so bad, but not in a car. I'm just giving you these. But I'm just saying, maybe this cat. I kind of wanted to look at it this way. Maybe this cat wanted to be in my. I don't know, of all the cars, of all the ones. It's okay. It wasn't like it wasn't. It was all about me because I was.
Well,
Like, it was
Maureen,
awful.
I heard rumors that the cat was told, pick that car, Maureen's car. We want to ruin her for life. Go to her
Yeah,
car.
really. No, I was really having a rough time for
Yeah, it
weeks and weeks.
upsets you.
It really got to me, and I felt so badly that I wanted to put myself in jail. You know what I mean. I got to the point.
Trust me, you have been forgiven.
But I'm a Leo too. Maybe it was like one of my brothers.
I know.
Kind of in the family. But
the fact that it bothered you so much.
Yeah,
I don't want to say I'm happy about that,
no,
but it shows that you're a true animal lover.
No, I am, and yes, I am, and animals are always really taken in. When you're sensitive, empathic, they are very good at picking up on that. So whenever I'm walking by, dogs know me, cats know me.
Well, that's another thing that I was going to talk about a little bit with you is how sensitive animals can be, and they're like people. If not all of them are. But I'd say there's probably more animals than there are people that are sensitive. Out of my 5 cats, I have 2 that I know see things. Okay. And they're able to pick up a lot more than the average person. So, which is kind of cool for me when I do paranormal investigations. I always have the animals that seem to flock near me, living and dead.
Right.
It's like magnetic. And it's really funny because once they know you see them or you're able to talk to them, they're chatterboxes. And sometimes you pick up a little bit too much information that you don't need to know about, but they're right and they're such a pleasure. But I have something really exciting to tell you.
Yeah, I'm ready. I like exciting.
Oh, yeah. Well, the Penn Network, they're going to be doing a Paracon. It's the Lower Catskill Paracon.
Oh.
Yeah, it's going to be really cool. We've been posting it all over Facebook.
I haven't. What
May
is it?
3rd and 4th.
What is it exactly? Tell us all.
It's a paranormal conference. There's going to be speakers.
Oh.
We're going to be doing paranormal investigations Friday and Saturday night at the Shanley Hotel.
Oh, fantastic!
Yeah, we have. There's a center that we're renting out, so we're going to have tables. And I get to have a table. I'll be promoting the book.
Well, you're up there now, Mary. I mean, so Mary, this will be then. This will be steamed through a Para Encounters Network, right?
Yes.
So I follow you, everybody. Yeah.
Yes, we have.
That sounds fantastic.
If you go to pennevents.webs.com / it has all the information about the Paracon. Kim's been working around the clock getting it all together. That was one of the reasons why she came out and visited. We headed up there to check out the location. And I'm going to be a speaker. How about that?
Well, it doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me. Mary, you have so much going for yourself. And, let me see. What's he saying? Oh.
Eric posted the...
I know, Eric, I'm not in a... Well, yeah, in the chat room, but he posted it to me. Oh, thanks, Eric, for just me personally. I got it.
Yes. You need to check it out. We have, like I said, a lot of fantastic speakers.
No, I will check it out. So this will be running live on Saturday or Friday. When is it?
I'm not sure if it's going to be live. That's
I see.
Talk about that. We'll probably post it in the chat room. But May 3rd, 4th, that's Friday and Saturday night.
Oh, great. So you're going to be, I can't wait. That'll be really nice. Oh, I can't wait. That will be fantastic.
Yeah, Friday and Saturday night will be the paranormal investigation. But Friday, early evening into a little bit later, and all day Saturday, the conference will be set up and open, and you can go in and view all. We'll have different vendors.
And that's where you'll be. That's where you'll be in your own table at that time, right?
Yeah, I'll be there. I mean, I'll be also representing Penn, but I'll have a table for the book. And we're also, the really cool thing about it is we have, and Kim's going to have to help me out with this because I always forget, we have an animal rescue that we're working with. And a percentage of the proceeds are going to be donated to that animal rescue. And I'm really looking forward to that one.
I'm really happy for it. I'm really happy for all of you.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a fun time.
Yes.
I've never been to an actual paranormal conference. I've done the small events that
Right.
I handle, so it's going to be really enjoyable for me to meet other people and to branch out,
and I think
learn.
and I think it's going to be well presented to it as far as what you go to investigation. If they put it on, so everybody can see it, but it's not the same. A conference is a conference, and that's fantastic. Oh, I didn't know that.
You learn when you meet other people. Everybody has different techniques and different ideas.
I think it'll be a good bunch of diversity and
maybe we can get you out there, Maureen.
When is it coming up next? When is
May 3rd and May 4th?
It's in May.
Oh. Yeah, it's in May. But listen, you know what? When you get off the air tonight, if you look up some airlines, see if we can get you out here for the weekend, because I have paranormal event happening at the Battlefield Bed and Breakfast in Gettysburg.
Oh, you do? God, I'm so.
I keep trying to get you out here.
I think I'm still meant to get there because I think there's some connection with me in some past life, something there. And so wait, May 3rd. Wait a minute, I'm writing this down. May 3rd. May 3rd. May 4th. Okay, lipstick. Sorry. That means I should get. If I don't get myself sorted out by then, it'll all be when I take everybody to court. My family. I'm joking. No one heard that. Mom, sorry about last night. Okay.
Mary, by the way, it's PAC Ethics Rescue Incorporated. That's going to be benefiting from the paranormal.
Oh, great. Well, Mary, I'm so happy for you. I really, really am. Anybody can say it, but I really am, because of me talking the very first time we spoke. I think we spoke about animals years ago.
Probably. Animals usually are.
No, but but it was something that I think that you said. I don't always remember readings. It's good when I don't, because I'll channel it and channel out. But I think at the time you were trying to get rid of one animal, which was a human animal with lighter.
Yeah, I've gotten rid of
lighter hair. No, never mind that.
We won't go there.
Yeah, it could have been my blonde hair, but anyway. Yeah, I'm not blonde.
Actually, it wasn't an animal. It was more like a garden herb.
A variety gardener. Variety gardener. Anyway, I think you were talking about what you at the time. I think you really opened up. I first was getting to know you. You were saying, I'm so connected with the animals, and I'd love to someday see myself in some way be part of the animal. And I could just be saying it, but I thought I remembered that.
No, you did. Well, actually, it occurred on a reading on one of your shows.
But wasn't it?
Yeah, and you were actually, I've told you this quite a few times, you were the one that gave me the push off to venture out there and start doing things on my own. Well,
yeah, but it's not my thing. It's yours. You make choice or destiny. Your choice.
Right. Exactly.
But I'm really happy. So I'm looking forward to it.
Well, for anybody out there listening, I still think you can get a pre-order. Pre-ordering is a little bit cheaper.
It looks like a fan. And how many? Is it easy reading? Yes. Is it easy reading too as well? Is it?
Actually, you know what? The reading part in the beginning, I'm not gonna.
Be honest.
Try and discuss anything. It's more educational, the first half of the book,
right.
And then the second half of the book gets into the more. I don't want to call them chicken soup for the soul story.
I'm just more
but there's some of those, and there's some learning things in there too.
So it's a little bit of everything. But,
exactly.
But then again, it's for anybody that doesn't know anything much about what you're talking about, maybe either. Right?
Yeah. Well, it's for people that just connect to animals.
And
it brings them a little bit more closer.
And a little more information. It'll be informative.
Yes.
The same.
Exactly.
This part.
So you can pre-order through Amazon, and it's also on Barnes and Noble website.
Yeah, that's pretty something.
Yeah,
get up there big time.
Yep. Well,
anyway,
thanks for letting me call in.
And I'm clapping, and it's a good clap always to you guys when I clap, and Kim too, because that's fantastic. And Mary, thank you for coming on and talking about, because I was just over there, like I said, looking at.
Great.
So impact the animals that impact all of us.
Animals impacting the world.
And I think they have something to teach us. Like I said, come on.
Absolutely.
They don't need each other when they need saving.
All right, Maureen.
Thank you, Mary, so much. I really appreciate you coming on and discussing that. Like I said, the show's about readings. It's also about things that I find it, and we all find that are of interest. And I think this is very much of interest. So I thank you, Mary.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
Thank you, Mary. Bye.
Bye.
So, everybody, that was my dear. She's a lovely woman, Mary. I've known her back from the PTN days 3 years ago. Okay. Now, I'd like to say hello to Joe, who came in, and Mel. And hold on, Shauna, 1 second. And hi, Phil. Hi, Mark. Mark, so nice to see you. And Neptune Child, hello. And Reggie, hello. And RTM, Roman numerals 3. And Char Rose, guess what? I think Char Rose is calling. What do you think about that? Shall I get it? Okay, I'll get it. Well, hello. Is this Canada calling?
Yes, it is. You must be psychic.
How do I know? Oh, it's in the barrettes. How you doing, Char? How are you doing, Char Rose?
Good, thank you.
Good. What's up?
Okay.
Wait a minute. Wait. I'm sorry to interrupt. Don't you want to praise me and tell me how wonderful? I'm joking. I'm joking.
Yes.
No, I'm joking.
You're so wonderful. You look great.
No, it's not about
tonight.
looking, about how good of a reader I am and all that. Woohoo! You know, I'm trying to get on the cruise. Cruise lines just don't know how much they want me yet. I'm trying to get through to these people. Okay, I'm ready. You're not very good sense humor. I'm ready for you.
Okay. There's been a few weird things that happened at work this week, and I don't know if you just want to go into it or if I should tell you.
Well, why don't you ask me in a direct more, and because I know there's so much stuff I'll get from that. You know how that goes, and it could go on forever. So why don't you ask me what it is that is of concern to you, or what is it that is exciting or anxious or making you feel anxious?
Well, the one that made me, skip a heartbeat or got me kind of, infuriated inside was that on Friday, I went out with a few colleagues. There's some that I knew for like 4 years, so I trust them. But they were kind of opening up about, how much they were paid when they got their promotion and their certification to be proficient. Anyways, and it turns out that someone that wasn't even there for, 9 months is making more than me, and I have seniority and I've been there for like 4 years, and so they gave me a raise. It was kind of small.
Wait, they just gave you a raise?
It was a raise, but it was still smaller than the amount that person is making, and that makes me kind of angry. And they know that I've been applying for all of these different positions, so I asked my manager Mark the other day, I'm actually building a career there, and he looks like he's worried to like lose me because he can tell that I'm kind of at the end of my rope.
Yes.
And I'm just wondering what you see going on, and there's some other commotion that's going on with that one girl that a lot of people are talking about right now. I'm guessing that might be part of the commotion. She's a management position, and she's trying to get everybody in trouble and everybody fired that she doesn't like because she's on some, I don't know, raging.
She's out of her mind. I mean, I remember I did speak to you about her, didn't I? I told her not to worry about her riffraff. So Mark is a good one. Mark is a good guy. And Frank, is he still kind of not been around as much? Is he kind of?
He's there. I've seen him. He said hi to me here and there, but he seems busy as usual.
He's kind of over. You know what? I think he thought this whole thing. I'm not trying to have my boobs shown out on my show. Yeah, we all know what you guys there. That's a Catholic girl like. Listen, Shaw Rose, I wanted to know. I don't think Frank really saw yet, and I didn't either at the time. There's been such. I mean, it's like a block of this stuff happening and downside and restructuring. It's like reorganization has gone on. Usually doesn't happen so much like this as it has become. Like I thought I saw an end to. Oh, I saw it to be completed, and yet something else, another wave of it came around, which I think is probably going to be for later on a good. There'll be a good positive outcome from it. But
I guess what I wanted to add on was that essentially I have a friend of mine that has a referral at another bank, and they're actually paying more than what I am now for the same position, and he wants to go and apply in February, and he said, hey, why don't you come along? So,
okay, got it.
Want to know if that's what I should do.
Okay, so really, I think this is a good question because of what's happening yet again. It's like a delay's gone on because, like, by now I had saw something else, and again, my timing could be off because I can't control things as you know. Because it does sound like another, doesn't it to you another like when we spoke a while ago, usually when I say something's happened in restructuring or reorganization, which it appeared had been over, suddenly I'm not crazy. I see it suddenly. What I'm seeing is here we go again. It's like another. It's not over. It's like it almost finished, and then as soon as it did, something else has creeped up, where they're getting rid of putting people everywhere else. Is that correct? Is that a correct?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm understanding that too. So I can understand why this would be appealing to you when you hear about this. But I do, like you brought up a good point. Mark does not. I think Mark and Frank are on the same side as you. It's unfortunate they don't have their hands are tied on this one. But this is what I will check into. You brought up a very good point about, okay, forget about the money difference and all that stuff right now, because I think that will change. And there will be people that want to be around there making more money in the end, I think. But right now, I think it's a really good thing to focus on about the opportunity that you might want to seek in addition to what you've been waiting on. And this is what I get. Nothing. No. No. This is what I'm getting. I want to ask you, Charles, have you been having some really intense dreams that are very, real full of like intuitive clarity, like you did when you were younger? It's like your messages are they're messages. They're not just symbolic stuff. They're messages coming at you, and they're a pure caring heart energy, I feel, but they're really profound. And right now, I guess what I want to say, even regardless of what you're asking me, so-called person, well, I am a professional, what I do, but I am saying you need to trust on what it is that you're getting from whatever, your tool is the dream stuff. Because it's like I said, it's not just symbolic. There's messages trying, if you don't remember them, like I said, I've said before, use your cell phone to say, there's stuff, incredible stuff coming. And they're messages like, and I would bet on the horses if whatever you're coming up with.
They're coming more soon, like in the...
I just see it surrounding you, and it just is very much a part of you. And it's like, especially, I never asked you this. I'm going a little bit off, but it doesn't matter because I can, because it's my show. When you were younger, did you have these type of dreams? Like, Mary was talking about, animals are real sensible. Children, did you?
I used to have a lot of dreams of airplanes crashing next to our house, or dreams of me and the first house that we lived in, but they were very vivid. I had a lot of those, and then they stopped for a while.
Right. Well, you don't remember.
I've had some of those dreams. I remember I told you about one of them, about the airplane thing.
Oh, yeah.
But I've had some other things, like of people that are in my life, and some things would actually happen. So it'd be kind of like a premonition, and freaking me out a bit.
Well, no, when you were younger, like a child, like I see that this was really strong within you, and usually by time we're 10 years old, we all get conditioned. Although I was unconditionable. And Mother, I'm sorry, I apologize again for being a bitch to you last night. But but the thing is, that's what I'm asking. It's almost like I'm seeing you even going back further. If you could recall, were you real sensitive about when your father would have picked up on it too? This is before. This is when you're real young. It's like and you can't really figure it out. And some people you would stop wanting to tell people because they go, oh, that's so interesting. But they'd be like dreams, and no matter how insignificant the things would happen, they would be very real, like dreams that anything. When you're a child, and then you'd see it happen.
Yeah, I actually had a few dreams. I remember when I was young. I don't really have them anymore, but
they're kind of.
You have a dream of when you're falling and you actually jump in your bed.
and then you go, Superman. Oh,
yeah, I had those a lot when I was younger.
The thing of it is, okay, caller. Let me answer this call. Caller, if you're calling right now, I'm on another phone. Anybody that can hear? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. I know your real name. I keep going, Sean. Caller, if you're calling right now, I think I'll do that. I don't know let me just say it again, and maybe you can't hear me because you're not in anywhere to hear me, but I cannot put anybody on a hold situation, so I'll be done soon enough, and as soon as I'm done, please call back in. And I wish I was Oprah, and I will be someday if the cruise ship lines would just take me on and see how I'm really good at it. Okay, Charose, back to you. Okay, I'm just saying the dreams, what I'm seeing happening, like there's some energy coming around you. Pay attention to them. They'll help you. The timing is not real good right now for you to pursue. I don't really like, I don't like say hate. I dislike. I dislike saying that this, when I'm about to say it, the timing isn't good, and also has to do, the luck isn't real good on your side about pursuing something new. I see if you do so, I see a woman that's not real positive. She's a good person, but she's like emotionally bouncing off the walls. Is this a person? Wait. Is this the person that talked to you about, or was this a guy? I'm not sure what you said. That said that they're going.
That could be that other girl, the one that I work with now.
No. This would have to do with another area if you would pursue going towards another.
Outside of where I am.
Yeah, I just see.
I don't know who they are.
Okay, well maybe you don't yet. So I guess what I'm saying is, it's just, I feel that you should be still for a moment longer. I know it's a lot to ask, but it won't hurt you.
Then my question is, because yesterday, or, when I found out, I was really like, and between myself, I was like, I don't know, should I say something? Because I find it so unfair, and I really don't like when things are like that. Because there's more than one person that is, making more than I am, and I've been, working so hard from way long ago.
I understand that, but you know what? I think they got offered that pay before any of the stuff started happening. You're right. I don't think that would be something that should have been already resolved, but then something's going on now. I don't feel that should be. I think that, how long has that person been there for?
Like 9 months.
Okay, and what position did they come into exactly? The same one as you, and they came in 9 months ago, and that was about right before the shit hit the fan, right?
It was in between that time, yeah.
Okay, so they got offered more new, and are you okay? Did they do they have some type of certificate? Did they come from another? See, there could be a lot.
No, they don't. They were hired. They got their certificate, the same thing that I did.
Were they hired? Were they hired? I know, but were they hired within the same?
No,
they were hired outside.
Mm-hmm.
I would, instead of, what I would do. Wait, is this a person, a male? You said?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's more, and the thing is that there's more than one, and I know them well, and I don't try to inquire about it, but they just came out and said, we went out for drinks, and I was like, okay.
Rose, I would be perturbed. Even if they're getting 2 cents more than you, it still doesn't matter. What I suggest you do is, I would not jump to want to go somewhere else, because I do see somewhere else would be a woman that it's not the one you're around, it's some other woman. Good luck is not on your side with trying to run and go somewhere else, because I still feel that you're in a good position, even though it's been delayed. But I honestly feel that if you go and pursue and bring this out and talk to Mark.
Yeah.
Mark is very great, or Frank, if you can. I feel that you're going to get some good news. You're going to get a good reaction from this, and it'll be good news. Because first of all, it shows that you're a professional. And if anything, it's going to show them even more so how much more they're going to respect you for doing so, because you're bringing up a very good point. And I do feel that those things will be changed because it's not right. And also, I don't think you should go there with anger or snippetiness, but I do see that you'll get a good response from it. And I think that you really need to, instead of not saying anything angry and walking away from something that I still am seeing, that if you stay is going to be this is what, again, you're in useful sacrifice. Things have just been delayed.
Excuse me, because I know there are ways around things, and I don't know if it's because they're being, picky about who gets what, but do you see them having to ask me to prove myself again? No. I feel like I've already done it.
No, that's in your head. No one's asked you ever to prove yourself. They know. Like you said, you even answered that question, Charose.
Mm-hmm.
Mark sees you.
Yeah.
I mean, he looked a little worried when you were upset. Come on, they don't want to lose you. Frank does too. Frank is. I think you're forgetting something. I still see you. You don't have to do what I say, but I encourage you to hang in there longer, even though it seems like you're on the poverty level, because people get paid more, whatever. it won't matter. It's useful sacrifice. For whatever reasons, you're being nailed to that cross again, but you're going to be getting the resurrection while others may not be. They'll be heading elsewhere. And I do get that you're going to be getting good news, and I do feel that you should bring this up, and I don't feel that they've ever asked you to prove yourself. I don't think that was ever the point. I think that they never expected you to, because they didn't see a need for it. I think that's you feeling that you needed to. I really do. Honestly. I think they're on your side. I think there are a lot of things that are not in their hands and how things are going. But as far as what you were just found out about, I certainly would bring it up. I think that you would even gain more respect from them by doing so. And I do see good news coming from that.
Do you know in how long I would get
I see it within the next week if you choose to initiate it to talk about it.
Okay.
I do. And I still see you in a very good position here coming along. I mean, it's been delayed, but it's coming. Even November, it should have. I mean, I keep going, but now, okay, it's a little bit. No, I see you getting promoted and very, and you are also seen as they respect you.
Do you know when is this going to start, like, formulating?
Well, I kind of just said so. It started a long time ago, and things got in the way. I see this in the next couple weeks.
I've already sat down with Mark this past week. That's why I'm asking.
I don't think. What I guess I'm trying to say is
he doesn't really have any answers for me right now.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't. I don't think it's his fault, though. You know what I mean? He's not the guy, and it's not Frank's. I don't think it has anything to do with them. They didn't see that. They would soon rather run out of there, I'm sure. It has to do with all the politics of this structural banking and whatever they're doing. There's stuff that even goes beyond. Frank and Mark can't control it. But like I said, I think I just said it. I don't remember what I said. If you listen to the archive, I said, I said something about how many weeks, or I saw it within the next.
Something about February or March.
I just said that. Well, make sure you listen to it again, because like when I say something comes out of my mouth, I don't want to guess and go back, and because whatever I say out of my mouth, I go by. But also my timing could be wrong. But regardless of that, I see you staying put, and that would be, that's your choice. I see you staying put would be to your best interest. If you decide to go pursue elsewhere, I see it to be very short-lived, and you would be able to come back, but I don't think you'd want to be putting yourself through that.
Mm-hmm.
But you have a choice with that, of course.
Okay.
So.
And what's going on with this girl that's trying to get everyone in trouble?
I don't see her to be a problem. I don't see.
She's
She can't do anything to you. She doesn't have any weight. She doesn't have any power. Just ignore her. She has no power. Really, I don't see her to be an issue. She can. I mean, I'm not saying she's not doing it, but she has no issue. I don't see her causing any grief. Unless don't even entertain it with her. She's an idiot. You know, everybody knows it. She's, bless her heart, it'll soon bore her to death. I see her being gone, but sooner than later. Yeah, I do. But the thing is, I don't think you need to drag yourself down with her issues or crazy making, because it doesn't help you stay clear of what's going on with you. And I do get that she doesn't have anything to do with you. She's just trying to bring you into her drama, and you have enough of your own if you want. You know what? You could.
Do you know around when you would see her leaving? Because then that would mean that.
I just don't. That would mean what to you?
That would mean that the position that I want would be opening up.
Oh, I see her. I see her raging out, really pissed off. She's not emotionally stable to be in the position she's in right now. Is how I see her. I think everybody else can see. What
they've done, they sent us an email this week, because she's a coach, and you have to be one of those before you become a manager. Yeah. They're letting her replace someone that's left on maternity leave, and everyone that's on that group really despise her because she replaced a manager before, and she's like Hitler essentially. And
I wouldn't worry about her. Just what you said right there. Just don't give her too much airtime. It's just, she doesn't deserve your airtime. Okay, focus. Really, I'm not kidding. Everything will take care of itself there. She is not. I'm not saying she isn't irritating. She's not tormenting or whatever. I just don't feel that. Just let her be. Just let her do her thing. Don't partake, and don't even drag yourself down in it. There's no reason to.
And you know, like, what time frame she'd be leaving?
You're so funny. My time frame was going to be off for 5 years. In fact, it was funny. A client did come back, and I was so right on with the reading, but boy, I was off a year on her time frame. And I'll be honest, I can do that. But the other stuff was so perfectly put point. I see it soon. I see it within the next 4 weeks.
Okay.
So yeah, I could be wrong. Everybody, you know, I'm not saying I'm right, perfect or right, but like I said, I see you stay. If you want to pursue what you want to, open up your eyes to something, go ahead, but don't be too hasty in making a decision about this, because I think Frank and Mark,
Mark.
not Dave, Frank and Mark, you know who they are. You know what kind of characters they have, and they're good, okay? So, you know, this is useful sacrifice. Like I said, you may be feeling like you're being nailed to the cross, but you will resurrect, okay?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I just feel kind of like amputated right now because I feel like I can't move anywhere. Anything that I've applied for.
But it's okay. It's just a setback. It'll be okay. I really do feel that if someone said to you, okay, if you go somewhere else, you'll be more setback. You won't be going any. That's the way I'm seeing. I'm just saying it'll be okay. Just practice being. I know it's hard. Just being still. It will. It can't go any further. And also Mark and Frank, because of their character integrity, you need to stay around that type of energy, definitely. And I feel that I see it just as I did before. I thought it would be completed by now, but I had nothing to do with it. Rose, don't worry about it, and try just to focus not on all the other commotion. Soon you'll watch other people go again, like you did the first time.
Are they the ones that are going to be offering me something, or am I going to be the one that's going to have to do the growth?
I think they've just been waiting for all this other stuff to clear. It's above them. You know what I mean? They can't do anything until everything's done. It's like, that's how big or reorganizing, restructuring, downside, whatever. That's how it works. So, yeah. I don't know. There you have it. You can listen. I'll put this archive up and you can listen to every bit of yappity rambling. Anyway, Rose, I know that I helped you. I'm not just giving you a bunch of bull. You know, I could be. I don't. I'm just saying.
No, I know you've been really right about.
Well, it's not about being right. I'm trying to encourage you just to kind of. I know I'm asking maybe to be even more tolerant. That's okay. I think it's worth it. If it wasn't for Frank and Mark's energy, I perhaps would be saying something else, you know. Mm-hmm. But right there, even if you don't see them all the time, whatever, that is very important, to be around people that do have some integrity.
I just thought that, you know, me confronting them about hearsay about what other people are making would make them, you know, feel uncomfortable.
No, you don't go in there with a confrontational attitude. Go in there and say, listen, you know, I'm just kind of, no, they will understand. And also they'll respect you for asking. And say, I know there's a lot of things going on, but something's bothering me, and I really respect you. You just, you know, I'm not telling you what to say, but you know how you say, don't go in there with confrontational. It's not confrontational. You're feeling hurt, aren't you? That's exactly what I would say to them. It's not like you're feeling mad. You're hurt. I mean, I'm not putting words in my mouth, but it sounds like that's the case when we're a woman. So that's how I was. That's how I'd approach it. Just who you are, and I feel that you'll get. I see a very good response to that, and it's very positive.
Okay.
And you know, you're bold enough, and I suggest you do so before it starts tormenting you even more so, really. And they'll be fine if it's not confrontation. Don't look at it as that. There are confrontational people, but you're not one of them.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Shauna.
Okay, I'll keep you posted.
Yeah, let me know how it's going. Yet again, another round of this. Okay, and I appreciate you calling from Montreal, Canada. Let's give her a clap.
Okay. All right.
Bye, Shauna. You too. Bye-bye. Bye. Okay, caller that was calling, hello, and I would like to say hello to Lotus and Phil still there, Mark, and Neptune Child, love the name, and Reggie, you're very quiet. Who else? And Joe, and Mel, and Julie, and who else? And there's, you know, this is why I put I don't need glasses to read. I just sometimes need like magnifying glasses to see this way. Off the grid. Hi, off the grid. The grid. You know what it is? Because I'm from Atlantis and we don't talk. My grammar's bad, my verbalization. Off the grid, pretty cool thing. Off the grid, and Reggie and RTM. Roman numeral numbers 1, 2, 3. So, Mo, hi. So, people that call me Mo, I must know. Well, Mel, I've known you. I have met you now. So, okay, off the grid, someone knows me, Mo. Who are you? And where did you come from? Do I know you? I think I do. You're just going in. You're just is it George? Is it, okay, off the grid, I'm going to have to think, think. That's right. Okay, so homie don't play that game. Homie don't play that game. See this ring, you guys? I want to tell you about this ring. So, you know what? I want you to reveal yourself. Reveal yourself off the grid. Reveal yourself. If it's Georgia, I don't know if it's Georgia. I think it's someone else. But if you use Georgia, touche if you got me. It is Georgia. Off the grid. That's hilarious. Georgia and then the boat parade, I got that. And I'm Joe. No way, Joe. Eric the Half-Beat, Georgia. Anyway, whoever's calling, please call again. This ring, before anyone calls, this ring, if y'all can see it, I wear it all the time. This is platinum. And this ring is from 1940. Mother, if you can hear me again, I'm sorry. I was being such a biatch to you at 2:30 in the morning when we were having it out. But this was my step-grandma, my mom's only mother, she knew. Well, whatever. And for fun, when they were in Palm Springs, they were show people. It's not a diamond, Joe, but my grandfather had it done as a prank. It's a beautiful quartz or white topaz. And the cut is just phenomenal in it. But this is platinum, which is expensive. I had to get it. My grandmother's my fingers used to be smaller. But anyway, if you can see the setting is really nice. Anyway, they're in Palm Springs in the 40s driving. You know, when Lucille Ball and Bob Hope, they're all cool out there. They stopped, and my grandfather wanted to do a joke, and so he had this ring set up, and he gave it to his wife, my step-grandmother. And she was like, what, 15, 18 years younger. They were my Jewish relatives, my mom's side, and very flamboyant. And she was a singer. She used to be on Red Skelton, my grandmother, and she was an actress. And he gave this to her as a gift, and she's like, oh, wow, let us rock. Well, anyway, she gave it to me when, it was given to me, but I rarely wear it, but it's so fun. It's so, back in the 40s, it's just unbelievable how they do it. So, I'm sure it must have been quite a good sum of money to do, but it's not really a diamond, but the fact they put it in platinum. So that's my story. I don't wear a ring. Oh, now I can't get it back on. Ow. Anyway, that's my story on that. So let's say that's what I call a gorgeous rock. Yeah, it is. It really is. And not to mention the setting, and it was in platinum, and it was a joke, whatever. It is very pretty. And I forget that I have it, and my fingers have gotten bigger through age. Poor me with arthritis. So I'm going to put it back on. And there you have it. And isn't it pretty? And it's like I said, but I thought I'll put it on. Then I could have something to talk about. Okay, guys, I'm going to take a break for a minute. And please, when I come back with the other caller, please call back in. Thank you so much. Let me see. What will I play for you guys? I'll just play The Doors again. Okay, here we go.
Before you slip into unconsciousness, I'd like to have another kiss, another flashing chance at bliss, another kiss, another kiss. The days are bright and filled with pain. Enclose me in your gentle rain. The time you ran was too insane. We'll meet again. We'll meet again. freedom lies. The streets are fields that never die. Deliver me from reasons why you'd rather cry. I'd rather fly. The crystal ship is being filled. 1,000 girls, 1,000 thrills, a million ways to spend your time. When we get back, I'll drop a line.
And I'm exposing myself. My boobs are big. Oh, we don't do that. Hello, and I'm back. And I put lipstick on, and I turned off some light because I forgot to put the holy water on. And the ring is sparkling. Holy water. Here we go. My holy water. Please call back in. The person that called in for reading, I'd love for you to call back in. I apologize that I did not get to you, but please call back in. Holy water, we put in like this. And because I was raised Catholic, but I'm half Jewish. I'm half Jewish, which I'm thankful for because bagels are really good. So, I'm going to be having, how's your Ouija board? Charles, the Ouija board is doing fantastic. In fact, funny you bring that up. This morning I decided, and there we have a caller. Anyway, this morning it was about 6 a.m. I was working on it, and it was really tiresome, but I was doing some work. It was fascinating. Okay. And hello, we have a caller. Hello, and thank you for calling back, and I apologize for not being able to put you in the green room. Who's this?
Hello.
Hello, hi, who's this?
Oh, hi, this is Robin Marie.
Hi, Robin. Oh, are you over at, Eric? Well, hi, Robin. Did you say Robin Marie?
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you? You're over.
Good.
Yes, you're
I
over.
thought I'd visit with the show tonight.
You're over at Penn. That's right. I thought you've seen. Hi, Robin Marie, and I'm Maureen, and you heard me. Well, you've heard my spiel. How are you?
Yes.
And I'm ready for you. Well, can I help you? What can I help you?
Well, so nice to talk to you. I'm always doing readings for people, and I never take the time to have a reading for myself.
Fantastic. Isn't that nice? Good. I like that. So I'm the one who gets to, that makes me feel good, actually, because it always comes back to all about me. People like no, I'm just I take my work seriously, but I do have a sense of humor. Well, that's nice that you're being kind and good to yourself that way. You just said I like.
Yes. Well, I can tell you're a lovely soul, so I thought I would call in and see what you might have to share.
Okay, sure. I'll be happy to. Well, is there anything particular you would like me to? Because I will, people call it later rambling and babbling, but it's because I get so much stuff. I don't mind just getting so much stuff, but if there's something that you could help me focus on that might be.
Well,
okay.
I have significant changes going on in my life right now. And it's in every single aspect that you can imagine, but primarily in moving, in finances, career, all of that has taken significant change. And it's waiting for everything to fall into place. There's also a lot of choices for me to make. So
got it.
That's confusing to me at times.
Well, that's confusing. I understand exactly. And plus, the work you do is helping others, correct? So,
yes.
Like what, like the same alley that what we both do, or whatever. May not be exact, but the thing of it is, so there's a lot of good stuff though, but there's a lot of changes in all areas. But you're wondering if you're on the correct. Are you wondering if you're on the right path and the path, and you're doing it well? Let me just go for it.
I have some options as far as moving and looking at different properties and such, and I'm not really sure which way to go.
Okay. Well, this is what I'm getting. And you were here at the beginning of the show. Weren't you from the very beginning? Were you here? Did you listen to?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you listened about what I said I do and my blah, blah, blah. My blah, 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 blah. And I do utilize tarot, but I don't need them. I go off the tangent on them. But what I do want to say is that when I look over here, because I hear you coming out of the speakers, But here you are. What I would like to say is that what I see happening, you've already entered into the twilight. No, it's what I call, and I'm going to get into the tarot tonight. Usually I don't, but I have been lately, thanks to Lotus. She mentioned it to me. Lotus, if you're out there. The Tower card, and I don't know if you're familiar with this card, but to me, my interpretation, and I've self-taught.
Yes, very much so.
Well, the way I interpret and the way I learned was all self-taught, and it was I drew what I saw, and it wasn't that I thought I'd ever be doing this, but it also goes, in numerology goes into the 7, which is the Chariot, which is, are we, in control of which direction we're going, right? So, this card to me, and this is only my view, and to other people, there's I know there's a lot of books out there I read about the interpretations, but what I always got from this card and how I learned was just how I connected with them. It was for personal torment. Anyway, this is what I get. This has to do with, the breaking down of orders and what we're conditioned with, which we all could do without. We could also really all get some benefit from it. Most of the time, what happens is, and it's a little bit about the dark night of the soul, too. You're familiar with that?
Mm-hmm, very much
okay,
so.
I thought so. And I've got them, and boy, I have had a show on that before. Spontaneously I did, but it's close to my heart. I went, okay, so the thing is, when I see in the Tower, and I do feel, and I know it's a slow change. On the other hand, I feel what's going on with you. You're at a very good time, even though this Tower stuff, can be it is very uncomfortable, and it's a slow change, but also is a change that's, the mystics used to say they wouldn't, no unenlightened human being, maybe the Tibetan monks or something, they could do this, but most of the time people will not grasp hold of how important it is, an opportunity to grasp hold of this torment that it is coming from, to be able to rebuild something that's just strictly on what you desire and want. Now, I don't use the word believe. I don't know why. All I know is what I know. So I'm really open to things, but I think the beliefs have come from a lot of things that other people put together, but this has to do, with rebuilding what works for you. And I think what you're talking about right now, there's a lot of stuff going on. So I think it's really positive, but it is uncomfortable, as you may agree with me. I don't know what your view is, but this is what I'm getting.
Well, really, because there's so many options.
Well, also, you lose interest in some, maybe, people that used to fit in. It's not just like a little change. It's completely rebuilding a foundation. But it's going to be so wonderful of working. That's something that most people will never do. And usually people get, divorced. They head down instead of, going for it. Like I said, I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy, but if you do it, you do that work, my gosh, it's fantastic. When you do things on your own terms and you reach what you're really clear about your values and morals, and if your belief system and such. The thing is, I think what's happening with you is there is a sense of rebuilding right now, and I think I've gone through this, and people say I may once, no, this has happened to me, and I put myself in it all the time. So I messed up, but I feel for you right now, it's actually a very positive thing, because I think it's something that needs to be visited. And if you have gone through this before, you know what I mean. I hope you follow me on that, because there's a lot of opportunity here. You are extremely the strength of you have the strength available, and you're very aware of it too. So you have the strength available to handle any Tower issue, because it's not like you're walking around the sign telling people. It's very private. It's very odd, and it's uncomfortable and weird, and whatever it is. It's okay. And there's also some loss feeling of it. Like before, I'm giving you a silly example. Maybe before you used to like to be with some group of people or a couple of different people, and then suddenly you just want to be.
Well, my husband just died.
You're what?
I said my husband just died.
I'm so sad to hear that.
So that's all part of the change.
Oh, absolutely. So this is like, and you were together a good long time.
Well, we were estranged.
But still, you knew him for a good
long time. Still, my children's father. And
but you knew, okay, but you were, in this life, you were connected, you were together for a long time. I mean, children's father.
Yes, we had that.
Like 20-something, was it a good, wow. I'm sorry. That's sad. That's hard.
So, negative things happening still, there's there's still a lot of change from that. And positive things like you're saying, but there's so many options.
Well, that's even more so.
The confusion
was this a recent? You know what? I don't usually like the word passing. My father died a little, and I'm having a rough time. It's okay, everybody.
No, he just died 5 weeks ago.
Okay, so you're just right in the beginning. So I don't mean to be disrespectful, but I don't like using passing on. He died, and so he relocated or whatever you call it. So this is a really interesting time. And you know what? As you know, a lot of times this kind of stuff, what I'm talking about, rebuilding, comes around when there's some catastrophe or some intense something, and that's pretty much could be it. So you're not only without, you know, even though you hadn't been married anymore, but still, that was a big part of your foundation, your ex-husband, whatever. Now things are going to be good, but it will be a bit uncomfortable. But when this is going on, I see you have the strength. You're ready. You have it going on. I do see a delay of change of residence, and it's nothing more than just that. There is some delay of change or a home or a delay. It looks like something that is new. It looks fantastic, but it's in delay. Now, I get a feeling like this property, were you thinking about building anything on land or?
Yes, actually, I'm buying a haunted bed and breakfast.
Oh, you are. How lovely is that? Okay, had this been something that I'm picking up September or August that may have been your plan, whatever?
I began planning it then.
Okay, so this is it looks great. Is it on an area where you could? It looks like there's tall white there's tall something in flower, white, pinky, white. It's lovely. But also, there's a feeling of delay with it, and it's okay. That's just...
Yes, it's been very, very dragged out.
It's okay. I don't feel it's a negative thing. I don't think you're going to lose it. You know what? No wonder why I see that you have the strength available. You must have strength available, and by doing so, you're rewarded with that internal life thing, the 8 circling around you. Mm-hmm. You can handle this. So this bed and breakfast, you're not indecisive. I don't see that this is an indecisive thing. I feel that you really, I know, God, a lot's going on with you.
I know what I want, but there's several properties that I could purchase. So
I got it.
It's getting the right one.
Okay, so
the right choice.
So the delay.
Sometimes the one that you really want is the one that drags out for so
yes,
long.
And also the way I always look at things, the things you think you don't want are the ones you need the most. So it could be one.
And they're in different states.
Okay.
So that's an issue as far as where I'm going to live as well.
Okay, so this is a good thing that this is happening because you're not being you're not jumping into something, but it's in delay because of that. But what I do see, what I'm saying is what I do see, absolutely. I know it sounds ludicrous, but I'm going to just say what I get. There's land. Okay, it looks like there's a good amount of land. It looks like it's not really so much in the mountains or there's not so much snow, but what I'm seeing is the light around it's fantastic, but I see these tall stalks, but with flowers coming out of them. I don't know what I'm talking about or what I'm seeing. I'm just saying what I'm seeing. And also it's lovely, and there may be some water running through it, but it's not like I live down at the beach. I live down at the beach. I don't live in the mountains, but I have it before, but it's in between, and I feel that maybe there would be a relocation. It's fascinating because it's like I see you. You're up for anything. You're up for anything. You're up to go for it, aren't you? You're up to, if you want to.
Oh, yes,
that's fantastic. So you're at a crossroads right now, which is fantastic. But then there's some interesting stuff happening with your. But on the other hand, it may be that you have not yet seen this place yet. I feel that. This is the thing I'm getting. Like
That's what I'm wondering, because these other couple of properties are dragging for so long. I considered maybe looking at some others.
I feel that that's exactly perhaps what I concur with that, because, like I said, I see something about August and September, a delay or starting out this. You said you were thinking about the idea. I still see this in delay, but I can see it so clearly what it looks like, but still not yet attainable yet. But I don't feel maybe you found it yet. I'm not saying for you to go out and I'm telling you what to do. You know what I mean? But I do feel definitely within the next, I feel, and I could be off my timing. I've said it before. I was off a year sometimes with people, but I see within the next 2 months to 3 months, within that time frame, I do feel that you're going to see what I mean. Like I said, the flower thing is really tripping me out because it's not like I'm saying, yeah, like I said, well, you can hear this on archive too, by the way, and it's going to be the last reading, so that's good. 1 minute, maybe almost. But if you hear this again, so you can remember what I said, it looks like like I said, I see these stalks. I don't want to say bamboo, but I don't know. I'm not really into flowers. Well, I love flowers, but I'm not.
See, I am.
Okay.
There would always be flowers where I am.
This looks like there's around the area it grows, and I see it's almost like there's all this lovely land, and you can see this what you're talking about. It's a bed. You're talking about doing a bed and breakfast, a bed and yeah. It looks different than anything other that I would even imagine would be like the normal ones that I've seen, or I haven't been to all of them, but you know what I mean? This looks like something like out of it's like there's a magnificence about it. And I see like driving in, and there's these longer like stalks, but white flowers. There's white or pinkish white, and they just grow. They're growing. It's not like they're just there. And then you would drive in, and then you'd see this on the. It's not like you'd pull up really quaint. There's something about this land. It's just the energy. It's just everything's settled. It's like it's fantastic, and it looks like it could be. Like I said, I don't feel it could be in drier heat, if that helps too. In drier weather, I don't know if that helps, but. And it may have a little bit of water, but I don't see snow in the mountains or anything. Where are you living right now? I'm just curious. Where's your location?
Oh goodness, I travel everywhere.
Okay, so are you in warmer, colder climate, or?
I'm from California, but I'm living in Boston at the moment.
Okay, so, and I'm in California, so I know, and I'm familiar with my family's from the East. So the thing of it is, it's almost like I'm getting like a feeling of maybe in Northern California, but even more so, it could also be like a feeling, well, Northern California would be a good one, but also a little bit of a mountainy, but not so close to the ocean, but also I get a drier, so it could be like even in New Mexico. I'm just saying things out there. I could be wrong, but there's just an energy around it. But I do feel that this is going to be different than the way you want to present it, and only you would know in your mind, your vision, is different than all the other ones. And I'm not putting all the other ones out there. There's so many unique ones. Of course there are. But this one is fantastic because it's almost like you're driving in and you see like almost like it's like not a castle, but somewhat it feels like the feeling of us.
I'm trying to get a visual so I can recognize it.
Yeah, well, like I said, I will have the show under my archives. You can hear this, what I'm saying over and over again. Because like when I talk, I get stuff. I'm not just reading cards. I go off. So it'll help because I know I go fast. But I do feel that you've been waiting for your ship to come. I see your ship coming in. It's like, when I'm saying that symbolically, you've thrown it out in the universe. You're waiting for the information to come back. So what you said something earlier made a lot of sense. You're wise. You said something like, well, I've been looking at some properties, but you're not clear. I don't think any of them have really transcended into what and connected with you what you wanted, I guess.
I like them, but I'm not in love with them.
Right. And you should love what, if you're looking for a property, that's especially important. And because of what's happening with your stuff going on with you, really deep stuff, the thing of it is, I feel, like I said, you have yet to find this place. But again, it's really nice to hear that you said you're open. You are open to continue looking. And it doesn't mean anything other than that. So I don't feel that you're
clear on the purpose of what I want to do with it.
You're doing fine. You know what? Actually, I'm telling you something. You're doing fine. And I do get within 10 weeks. I could be wrong again, but I'm saying within 10 weeks, I do see that there's a lot of, the timing is very good. I see an attorney, like an attorney, legal, someone very favorable around, probably that you'll be dealing with. There's something that I feel that you'll be finding out about, and maybe, I'm not saying the deal will become, you'll all close the whole deal. There's something within 10 weeks, and I see somebody that's representing your best interest very well. He could be it looks like a male. He could be a hard ass, but he's good. And he's, I see, and I do feel, God, it feels, I can see you. It's so fantastic, really, with what's happening with you and everything that's fusing together. it's like almost like amazing. I've never really felt this way because I'm an empath and I feel things more. I look at things or colors, but what I'm seeing here is the intense stuff that's happening or you're feeling inside or rebuilding at the same time you're on
it's very intense.
It is, but it's not so much up and down. You're fine considering, I mean, you're fine. And I think that there must, sometimes, like I said, it's funny how the things we don't need we need the most. It's like John Lennon said, life is what happens when you're busy making other plans. It's almost like,
he's my favorite.
Yeah, and doesn't that make sense though? Life is also, it always made sense to me, things you think you don't need are the things you need the most. You may not have found out exactly what you need and what you're looking for, but you'll need it the most. And I see that will be happening. So what's ever happening, maybe it's giving you room to go through some of the stuff that I was rebuilding your foundation and such, but also I see you still, you'll be fine. And also the timing needs to be ideal. Ideally, it would be ideal in a perfect world. Why not? You should be given that reward for, but I do feel, do you have a good person on your side as far as helping you as far as the legal part of what your dealings are?
I have 3 lawsuits that are coming to a close.
Oh, then that's even, okay. So
and they're all happening within like about 8 to 10 weeks.
Okay, very favorable. Anything to do with that's very, and the timing is good. So even more so, it probably would help your mission to go. You know what? How I see you. Within the next 2 months, I'm seeing you very, very grounded. Even though there's a lot of stuff going on, like I said, the Tower's a slow change, but grounded, and also grounded in a way that you are not neglecting things that are what you had already set out or you're pursuing, but also grounded and having everything opportunity in your hand and just holding on to it and just looking out and going, okay. And so this reading, when I read, like I said, every negative can be a positive. I don't feel I need to kick you in the butt on this one. I do try to, some people can take it. Things are fine. And I do feel that you're doing just fine. I don't think you're missing anything. I know that you're at a crossroads, and more importantly, 5 weeks ago, if it was unexpected, the death of the man that, you have children with.
Yes, that was difficult.
Yeah. And it's not that it's going to just not be difficult in 2 months or something. It is a part of the process. And it will feel like, oh my gosh, well, I thought it would be over. It may not be that. No matter what anybody says, you know your own self. And I do want to mean that, because people will say, well, everything's good. Well, you know what? It may be different, but I do see you're grounded enough to deal with this. But also at the same time, you're rebuilding. You're almost doing everything and you're okay. You're doing fine no matter what work you've done in the past. Oh boy, must have been pretty extensive, whatever word I'm looking for. Extensive?
Oh, yes.
Because if not, I don't think you would be handling anything much better. And a lot of things in this area would be not getting good treatment, and you'd be juggling. And everybody thinks juggling is good, but no, it's not. Because things will get treated half-ass. You're okay. And this has to have come from some of your past work you've done. And I applaud you on that. And I'm not saying, I'm funny about giving people a clap. No, I applaud you because you're okay. And you're going through what you're going through, but you do have the strength available. I think that you've realized it. I think it could have been really close whether you're about ready to fall apart, or if feel you can't. I can handle it. Sometimes you can't take it. But your situation is this, like I said, life is what happened. Like John Lennon said, you didn't plan for the death of, the man. That's just intense. And that's a big adjustment. I don't care if you're.
The thing now is, getting pulled from state to state.
Well, you're going to do fine.
Trying to get the right one.
But you're going to do fine. I do see it being in a warmer area. I don't see it being where there's snow and. I'm not saying it's not going to ever get cold, but I do not see a bunch of snow around there. And I could be wrong. But like I said, there's. I do feel that there's someplace you have.
No snow here. No.
Not in Boston right now.
Los Angeles got snow.
Oh, you're in Los Angeles too. You see, I'm in San Diego. I'm right near. I'm as close as like Coronado area.
Well, I lived in San Diego for most of my life.
You did.
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah. My family. Well, my dad. Whatever. Coronado area. Yeah. Well, okay.
It's beautiful.
And I have a brother in Rancho Santa Fe. My mom's.
Any beds and breakfasts out there?
I don't know. Because ever since when I was more youthful, bread and breakfast just started coming about in the 80s. I remember people didn't really, I can remember it was not, now it's very much, But yours is going to be different. Yours looks different. Yours.
Yes, it's actually going to be a holistic center.
Oh, there you have. That's why I'm seeing something of this nature, because it looks like it's like a Catholic. It's not foo-foo. I'm trying to say it's just something about it. It's really is special, and it's not. That makes a lot of sense. Not just your normal.
Very. It's going to be like a holistic mall. There's all different types of services.
I don't know. Maybe, it might be around Palm Springs. I don't know. But like I said, I feel there's a little bit of a drier heat. But have you thought about wherever it is, it's going to be fantastic. And also, it's just as well you haven't yet found it, because I think you need a little bit of time. What's going on? A little bit of time. My gosh, someone needs to give yourself a break. Someone up there. But I do feel that it's only a matter of time. So you haven't stopped the mission, or the mission of looking upon. Oh, and I want to ask about these lawsuits quickly. Everything about legal, and also finding this place, anything about land, legal, or documents or agreement, anything. Like I said, and I used to think timing wasn't anything when I was in my 30s. Now I'm a little bit older. Timing is very important for things. I mean, it's either timing is timing, and we can try to manipulate it or not, but sometimes it is what it is, and we have no control. We just have to, whatever. The timing is fantastic, is really great coming up in the next 10 weeks, like I said, with anything I see legal. So it's like, it's not meaning that it's so bad right now, but it's just a lot more it just blends better. So that's even as in it owns. It's like, I'm not saying the stars are lining up. Well, maybe they are, but it's just the timing. Good. The timing is just real good, and that could be a lot to do with your energy, of course, But I do feel that. My gosh, you know what? You have so much, and even more so, you still are seeking, even after all said and done, anything. You're still looking out to look for more vision. You're a visionary businesswoman, is what you are.
Oh, I never shut off, Maureen.
Yeah, no, fantastic. You will be living for. My father was a visionary, and he was fantastic until he died in his mind. But he's still serving on a major board of directors and on a biometric company. He was 82, and he died of heart failure. But his mind was extremely sharp, and you know why? It's because that's what he did. That's who he was. It doesn't matter how old you are. He kept going, and I love the spirit of people like that. And you will always be like, you are what you are, and it's and
yes, I only know how to do 16 things at one time.
But also you have integrity, I feel, and that is a key component to greatness. Not just greatness about who you are, but greatness about making a difference. And also, I think you really do care about giving advice to people in a very positive way, not for your ego gratification, but about, what you've learned. I feel is very good reading. I got a lot back from this myself. Thank you.
Well, thank you.
No, thank you. I hope I helped you, but really you helped me. Some reasons I get back a lot.
Yes. I'm going to watch for that visual.
And let me know. Let me know. I think. Oh, you're not on my website, but if you go to my website, you can always email me. I'd love to hear how you're doing. Just to email me, just to drop me a note and say, listen, I found this place, or maybe not, or maybe you can call me an ass. No, I hope you're doing okay, and that's all. Just that, nothing more. But I would like to know how you are, because I identify with some of these. Yes.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you for calling. I appreciate it. Robin Marie.
Okay, you take care.
Thank you. You too. Bye-bye. Let me see you guys. I have time for another call. Would you like to call in? The number down here is 858-952-1090, or you can call, or you can TarotVisions is my Skype name. And let me say hi. Let me say, Robin Marie, thank you. That was a great reading for me. And let me see my chat room. Who's in there? Okay, Phil's still there. Mark, and Phil. Can we say hi? Becca is still there. Julie, and Lotus, and Mark. I hope you're doing great. I've been reading. And Neptune's Child. I like that name. And Off the Grid, Georgia, and Reggie. And RTM, I don't know. RTM, Roman numerals, 1, 3. And Serial Killer, hello, how are you? Joe, I might have died once in a crash. Don't remember a tunnel with a white light, though. Okay, Joe, that's something you need to see a psychiatrist. I'm joking. They have group therapy for people like. Okay, I'm messing with you guys. I don't mean that. Okay, anything else? Thank you so much, Neptune Child. So, let me see. Are you guys talking? Who is the serial killer? I don't know. I just saw some. Is there a game player in here? Yeah, I thought the serial killer. But you know how we like to handle those, Julie, huh? Don't we? Remember the other one? Who did we have last time? The disgusting, foul one. I need to go back and look at the archives. Remember, is that what's happening in there? Because I haven't had a chance to check it out. Well, serial killer, why not call in? I would love to kill you with my insight. No, I wouldn't like to kill you, but I'd love to see you. Really, I dare you to call. Oh, your Skype is freaking out. I'd like to call. Then Jules. Okay, wait, sure. Okay, it's going so fast. Oh, serial killer saying yes. Okay, serial killer, please call in. I'll even give you this face. I'm not just some troll. I know you're not, and I'd like to know who you are. Why don't you call in? But you know, a really serial killer. But it could be a cereal, as in cereal you eat, and you kill it when you eat it. How about that? We'll go with that. I don't egg people onto calling because really I don't need that. If anybody would like to call, feel free to do so. Because this is going to be your last chance before I go up in the air and trollop on the beach where I go a crazy bitch dance. And yeah, wait a minute. The big mug. When I took it over there. I have this. I just don't want my boobs. Okay, so cruise ship lines. I'm trying to get the cruise ship industry to collaborate to do my show on board broadcasting. What more could they ask for? And they're just not biting on what my. No one will talk to me about what I want to present. I don't know what the hell's going on with that. Good face, man. I'm not just some troll. Okay, well, serial killer, we don't call you troll, but actually, I would like to ask someone in the chat room. Anybody new in the chat room that serial and RMT? You guys maybe be going through different names and maybe be testing me, thinking, well, if I'm so psychic, I would know who you are. I always know who George is. Where is the video of the beach dance? Oh, Julie, next week, I'll get that on there. I had some great rainbow pictures. I forgot to put them up for tonight. RM is, Rufus. I should have gotten that one. Okay, Rufus. Testing over. Hi, Rufus. I hope all is well. And I am new here. I am a friend of... Oh, you're a friend of Phil's. Hi, friend of Phil's. Nice to meet you. And serial killer. Serial killer, where are you? How did you hear about the show? I am curious just for my marketing or what, market I'm hitting people. Yes, it was amazing. And so serial killer, how did you hear about this quaint little me show? All about me. Where? Oh, wait a second. Oh, where? Okay. Let me see something here. Ow. I'm trying to get it together. There. Put it back on. But what is TarotVision? Serial killer, I will tell you if you answer my question, please. How did you come into the show? How did you hear about... Oh, Rose is okay. I'll tell them what I am. Okay, we've got a caller. Let's go. Hello? Who's this?
Hello?
Hello, who's this?
It's Becca.
Becca? Hi, Becca?
Hi.
Hi, Becca. How are
you?
Becca, how are you? Becca, are you calling me? Are you calling me on the number? Or are you Skyping me? No. I wanted to. The reason why is because I thought I could get a clear. If you call right back, I could hear you. It's a little bit muffled. I'm wondering. It's not you. It could be me. It could be serial killer following.
It very well could be my phone too.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I just want to make sure you can hear it. I can hear it. We're fine. Let's go. Hi, Becca. How are you? And as I can see, something was going on, and I was trying to address it with you. Is everything okay? After I told you everything's great going your way, I know I'm going to get it now. No.
Well, it's all good. It's challenging. I'm having to like move out as soon as possible. It is not a good situation, and I don't know where I'm going to go. And there has been some family issues as well, and I have to cut off.
I got it.
A family member from being around my daughter, so it's like now it's like
I know
most of the family's done, you know. And anyway, so I've been a little bit in a panic, but
I think you know what, I think it's time. I know. No, well, what time is good time? You know, someone says I need to have my wrist be broken to fix my hand. Well, when's it going to be a good time for that? I think what's happening, like you, I'm not dismissing all the stuff at all, but it's a bummer. But you know what? I'll help you we'll all help you, all your people that are supportive for you. And I know, I feel what you're talking about with your daughter, and not or detaching from a family, because it has to be done. You've given enough leeway, and so Becca, I'm rooting for you. But you're strong, and you have good support. You have good support, a community of support people, don't you?
Yeah.
Do you feel you?
Well, I'm just kind of, you know, my main question was, is I need to get back in the school district, and I'm just kind of, do you feel that it's something that we're going to go if it's nearby? I hate to put Brittany in another school again.
Yeah.
I think that would be way too much for her.
Yeah.
But and maybe a time frame of when. I mean, just kind of, you know,
I understand.
Just want to have direction.
Right. No, I understand. And how old is your daughter? Is she 8? I mean, is she young?
Should be 17 next month.
Okay, so she's 17. So this is will be her last next year of coming into high school, right? So you'd like to keep her in the same school, is what you're saying, really.
Yeah, we want to keep her in that school. She's been there since.
Yeah, absolutely.
Before that, we moved so much.
No, I got it. And people don't get it. The senior is a very important year that either parents don't leave your children to let like their brother or sister stay there. I'm going into my own personal stuff. I'm sorry. If they're in their last year of high school, it's really important to just let them be there. You have a lot of burden. You've always had a lot of burden on your back. Okay, there's no doubt about it. You've been carrying a burden, but I think that burden is you're lifting it off by doing so. I do feel that you have the fear, and I'm going to say this very carefully: the fear of poverty. I feel it's a fear, and because and you know, okay, that makes sense. But on the other hand, I see you getting ready. You're releasing the burden by releasing the burden that you're carrying on your back that belongs so much to other people's crap. It's like you always have, you know, that stuff. You know, Becca. Oh God, your dreams are totally off the wall.
Well, I will tell you one thing is that the past 2 years actually have been financially the most difficult in my entire life, and so the fear is there. You were very correct, because you know my fear is when I get into another place. Oh my gosh, yeah, something's going to happen. I'm going to be on the street again.
You know
it's
I know.
Dumb stuff that
Becca, those are old tapes that go on in your mind. I know exactly where you're coming from. I know exactly what you're saying. It's not odd to me to listen to you say that. Other people go, what's the problem? That's always been ongoing. That's coming from your past. And you know what? You don't need to prove yourself to anyone anymore. The bottom line is, I'm not saying that you think consciously to do this, but the bottom line is, you've got to take hold of yourself, because like I saw the last caller, she's completely aware she has strength available. You got to see and look on the other side of you and say, I've got a lot of strength. I've handled this much crap, even if it has been the negative stuff. You know, like I think about it. How much negative have you been, and you've carried and taken on all here, I'll take care of that, and the burdens on your back, I'll handle that, where people just walk, they'll take advantage of it. The thing is, that's very exhausting. That takes a lot of strength. So here you are trying to go about a direction, and the fear's there, but you know what? You're not seeing how much strength that you have. You know, my daughter said something recently. You might be able to relate to this, because she's in college now. She's graduating. But I decided when I was raising her, you're a single mom, right?
Yes.
And it's still, and I was complete with no man at all. And the thing of it is, I was, I noticed when she left at 18, which was great. She went to dorm, and I was ready for go. And I've been on my own since I've been having a rough time with my own dealing with taking care of my own self. It's interesting, and she brought something up that was very wise. And she says, "What's your problem?" I think that you might be able to understand what I'm getting at. I felt. And it's funny because I needed to be needed. She almost like in a way by staying with me or when she was living with me. But as soon as she left, I didn't realize it. And then my father died. He didn't need me anymore. And I suddenly was falling to pieces and the worst financial issue I've ever been experiencing, almost losing everything and such. My daughter came over. She goes, "What's your problem? You were so strong for me. Why won't you be strong for yourself?" So what I'm trying to say to you, Becca, is you've been strong in so many other ways for other people. It's time for you to be knowing that you have strength available for yourself. You definitely have already gone through what I was talking to the caller. You've already completed the tower stuff. You've rebuilt your foundation. There's not a good person around you that doesn't bring you into a fine, supportive feeling. One particular person, they pretend to be a friend. The thing of it is, it's very important right now because you've gone through rebuilding your foundation and what works for you, that you keep out those, and it's not meaning you're a bad person, but you're very careful who you confide in. Keep out those that are not on the same level as you, because they may appear to be and you want to trust again and honest, but honestly, no. There's some troublemaking, gossip, grinding, vindictive person who likes to stick their nose where it doesn't belong. I see like around you again, and this person has done this before, and it looks like a tomboyish look, but I feel there's no deeper meaning to this lesson for you. You'll get, God, you're going to be, you know what, be up for this. You know what, congratulate yourself. There are some stuff coming up here. I do feel that there's going to be a lot of commotion and fighting, but it's not you that's doing it. It's the others, what I call the group. The group could be the family people. Let them. You're not part of it because you know what? This is what that was always part of the situation. You were always pushed into it, and then you were the one that was getting pointed at and going, "You're the one with whatever." There'll be commotion, but I see you coming up on top very well, and being very good. Do you have any? I do see a man, Becca. I do feel that within the next few weeks. Whoever called, I'm on a line, as you know, and I get to hand put you in the green room. Becca, in the next few weeks, you are looking you're looking like the Mother Earth that are you still on, Becca, with me? Becca, did I lose you? Oh, I lost Becca. Becca, if you can hear me, I'm going to keep going on. There she is. I'm telling someone, not in the green room. Becca?
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
I lost the connection. No, I heard something about I see a man. And
yeah, it's okay. You know what? And listen, this will be the last reading for the night, so you can listen to it. Are you still there, Becca? I think I lost you again, Becca. This will be on the archives, and I'll get on right after the show. Sorry, Mom, again, if you're here listening to me. I'm sorry. There she is again. Becca, is that you?
One more time.
It's okay. Becca, remember, anything I said, you can listen to the archives. I'll have it up on my site. Maybe in a couple hours, but you can listen to it. And you're at the very end of it, so you can forward it. But anyway, what I was saying is I see... what did you hear? Did you hear? The last thing I said was about a man. I saw a man. I saw you.
Yeah. Okay. I heard about a man.
Yeah, and like I said, listen to this again at the very end. But first of all, I'm seeing you on top of it. You look like the woman, the nurturing mother that you are. I feel that you're going to your daughter will be able to carry out her last year in high school there, and you will, and also such regard for you she has, and those that really can see you, that don't wear blinders, have regard for you as well and respect you. And you're like a woman of the earth mother, a woman that would welcome anybody, and usually the ones in your old ways, well, in the things you've been through, the fact that you've rebuilded things that work for you, other people are going to challenge that because they want you to be pulled back into their crap, and crazy making crap. It's not going to happen. I see you're sitting strong, but the commotion will continue on with the others, the group of whatever they are. Those are people. And that's fine. That's fine. Let it go. Like I told Char Rose about, let them carry on. But the bottom line is, it doesn't mean anything other than they're doing their thing and you're doing yours. You're not participating, and that's fine. I see you not just saying it's fine, because it's hard to get to a place where it feels it's okay. And I do see a man here who looks like, nowadays I'm the father figure, mother figure, and I just can't get that right. But this man looks like a man that is. He's very supportive. He's a man who lives by the laws of the land, and he could be. God, I feel I'm getting a fantastic reading. I don't remember what the other ones I had told. I don't think we have them on tape or video or whatever. Maybe we do. Maybe you can tell me later, because I know you said, oh, you love the readings, but I'm not just giving you lovely readings. This is yours. But I do see a man who looks like a father figure, but looks like someone who's real into tradition and his family. He lives really by the laws of the land, down to earth, but he also could be an attorney, somebody that's a business person, but real down to earth. I really like him. He looks like he has light eyes, and he's really wise, and he's with you. And I'm not saying with you so much, I'm not saying that, but he's there, and he's really calming, and he really has he admires you, he regards you, and I see everything. I mean, even within the 9 months along, you're going to have a baby. No, I'm joking. No, within 9. And my timing, like I said again, I'm not always right, but within the 9 month, I see along the 9 month period of time. So let's just put it this way. We're in January, February, March, November. I'm just saying next summer, or it could be a little bit before in the spring, whatever it is, or maybe it could be 5 years from now. I'm joking. But I do see, my timing has been off a year. I do see complete content. I'm going to use a tarot card. Like I said, I do run at the mouth off of these. But here you go. It doesn't get any better than this, Becca. You'll be able to see this later when you look on it. I'm trying to get to where the glare's not hitting it. This is called the Wish card. If you can look closely, he's really a cool-looking dude. Look at, he's complete contentment. This is called the Wish card. Like in cards you play poker and stuff, it'll be wild cards and jokers. They just don't come up all the time, right? I do a wish spread. No one else does it because it's all about me and mine. But this guy is called the Wish card, and he doesn't come up all the time. It's funny how the jokers, they just don't come up. He's like one of those. And if, like I said, I'm trying to get to it, the glare's not so bad. If you look at him, this is complete. It's about wishes, not fulfillment. But everything you desire and wish for will come to be. And things change. Be careful what you wish for. It might come true. This is not one of them. But this person looks like he's well fed. He's content. He has just exactly what he needs or she needs. And the face, you can't get any better than that. And it's about emotional state of mind, but it's about also things that are just right and just being. And it's complete. It's different than this is what you have been thriving towards, this feeling. And also,
49 years.
Yeah, but you know what, Becca, you're finding it along the way. There's going to still be the commotion that's been going on, but you have been really you've done that. You're doing what you're doing in the right way. Mm-hmm. But I do want to tell you that the manipulative, troublemaking trickster person, whoever this person is, pretends to be a friend. I guess just be aware. I'm not, soap opera it is, maybe. I don't know. But there are people like that amongst their lives. But, I think you have a good, if this person would ask questions too much and then busybody and be the one, it could be a family where, I have them all over, and they go, and then they sit around and watch everything orchestrate into their manipulation. The bottom line is, you don't need, you've already done that with them. I think that it's hard to change the dynamics, especially in the family stuff. You're fine. You just need to grasp hold of yourself and realize, don't forget you have the strength available. If you've been doing it all this time, and I'm saying this in a nice way, of doing it with the bullshit way, like, I'll do anything because that's what I do and that's how I am, walking over you. Well, that takes a lot of energy, but if you're doing it for you and releasing from the past tapes and the past, you don't need to be like that. That takes hard work, but you have the strength available. I'd rather put the strength there. You're doing fine. This is good stuff. This is all your stuff. It's not mine. Don't thank me. It's your thank yourself. I hope it made sense. I see your, like I said, I do see, I don't know exactly where you're heading. You're going to find exactly what you need. You have the strength and it will be fine. I'm not clear. I'm not going to lie to you, but I do feel your daughter will definitely be able to stay at the same school. I feel everything is going to be, it will work out just well. But this man, whoever this man is, he's going to be very helpful. I think maybe as far as helping you find a good place to live. May not be, it's what you need for yourself, not what everybody else thinks you need. But also he's a good family man. I like him. And I'm not saying anything romantic or anything about that so much. I'm just saying he believes in you and I feel you know of him. So
I do think I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
And yes, and it's good to be around. You know, we are colored by environment of people that we are around. It's good that you've made the decision that you have about what you need to do. It's hard. I know with the family, very hard. And you're going to get backlash. You already have been. Backlash. Don't worry, because you've done enough of giving and it hasn't been working. It hasn't been working.
Yeah.
And
well, I will be attacked for it, but that's okay. Whatever. It is what it is. So.
It is what it is. I know, CC, but you know what? You've been through enough, so this is the good stuff coming. This is the good stuff coming your way. It'll be fine. And you know what? The stuff that's happening that you're facing right now, again, in a perfect world, it would be nice if we could. But you know what? It may, like I always look at things, oh God, why again? Maybe I need a good kick in the ass. And like I was saying before, I think Donna, well, the woman I was speaking to, I said, and I learned that the easy or hard way. The things we don't think we need are things we need the most. Maybe it was needed for you. Now's the time to get the hell out, even though it would have been by choice nicer, right? But maybe this is, I mean, I know I'm looking at very positive or negative could be a positive. Maybe this is the way it had to be. You'll be fine. Yeah. You will be more than fine.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome, Becca. I hope I helped you, and bless your heart, and you can listen to this on our Thanks for coming, Becca. I appreciate you. Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay. And that brings us to again another show. So I'm going to play some music, and I'll say hi to people in the chat room, and I'm going to be leaving us with The Doors. I'll see you next week. I will be here next week. Goodbye, everybody. And cruise ships, you should really think about it. There you go.
Before you slip into unconsciousness, I'd like to have another kiss, another flashing chance at bliss, another kiss, another kiss. The days are bright and filled with pain. Enclose me in your gentle rain. The time